Hey everyone, it's Riley, welcome back. So today I am finally getting around to swatching my Crayola Supertips markers that I got quite a while ago now, but I have been keeping them like in the original box in the exact same order just so that I could actually like swatch them and label them before I start like mixing them in different ways. So yeah, I'm finally getting around to doing that today, and I figured I would just make a video about it in case anyone else is looking for an effective way to label their Crayola Supertips, or if you just like the look of them all like being swatched together. That's cool too. Go ahead and join us. So I got the 100 pack of Crayola Supertips. I kind of scored because I got them on like a back to school sale. So they were seriously like $10 for all 100 markers. So before this, I just had the 20 pack, which was kind of limited. But I am so thrilled with these colors. And so I'm excited to label them. So I've just got like my bullet journal for swatching them. I've got all 100 Crayola Supertips, and then I'm just using like a fine tip Sharpie and some tape. I'm putting tape on afterwards because if you don't put the tape on, the Sharpie will like rub off with use. It doesn't seem like it'll rub off, but as soon as you actually start like holding it and using it, it will rub off. So if you are using this method to organize your Crayola Supertips, you'll definitely want to do something like that. Put just a little strip of Scotch tape or something over top to make sure it doesn't rub off. So yeah, I am swatching and labeling them in the exact same order as they were when I got them. So yes, I've been using them, but I've been keeping them in the original package in the same order. I may have like mixed one or two accidentally, but I really hope I didn't because I wanted to make this video just also as kind of like a reference point. You know, if you have a pack of Crayola Supertips and you want to know like what color I use for a specific thing, hopefully our numbers will line up if you kept them in the same order and now that I have them labeled. So that was one of the reasons. But another is just to stay organized. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get right down to it. So if you wanna join me, you've got some Crayola Supertips, you wanna try this out, go ahead and grab them. If not, just sit back and enjoy. All right, so you can see I'm starting off just by numbering my page here. I've split it into 4 columns, and I'm going to put 25 colors in each column so that I cover all 100 of the Crayola Supertips. So I've already divided my page here just to make sure that I got all the measurements right. But yeah, so I'm just writing out all the numbers and then I'm just gonna swatch them in the exact order that they came. I know there are probably more like aesthetically pleasing ways that I could have swatched them because they're not in like perfect rainbow order the way that Crayola packaged them. Pink shows up in like a few random spots, so does blue, but that's all right with me. I just wanted to be consistent with the way that they packaged it. So I'm just swatching each of them, and then as you can see, I'm labeling it with a fine tip Sharpie, so that the number on the marker matches the number that I wrote on the page for that marker. And one thing that I didn't do on camera because it's kind of tedious is I used Scotch tape. So I mentioned this briefly already, but all I did was just take a tiny little piece of Scotch tape. I put that right on top of the number that I wrote on the marker, just to protect it, because without the Scotch tape, it seriously smudges right off the marker when you actually start using it. So that's all I did to label these markers. So I just finished up the first row, as you can see. So now I'm lining up my second row here, just writing the numbers 26 all the way down to 50 in this next little column. And I'm going to do the exact same thing, just swatch the next 25 of these Crayola Supertips. So here we're starting to get into some of my current favorite Crayola Supertips. I was so pleasantly surprised to find how many different shades of gray they have. I was not expecting that in a pack of like children's markers, but I'm so happy about it. So there's a bunch of shades of gray. There's also some of these muted greens and blues, which I really like. These are my current favorite to use. They just are so subtle and relaxed that I've really been enjoying them. But I would love to hear from you guys. Do you have a favorite Crayola Supertip color or a favorite combination of the colors? If you do, definitely let me know in the comments. Alright, halfway done. I'm just getting started on my third column here, going from 51 all the way up to 75, and we are in the final stretch here of labeling and swatching our Crayola Supertips. So I'm onto this last column here, and in case you were wondering, the little fine liner that I'm using to number each of my Crayola Supertips on the paper is my Bic Intensity fine liner. It's a 0.4mm nib, and it was really budget friendly. I got it from the dollar store. I paid $2 for a pack of 3 of those, and I do have a video about more budget friendly stationery. I'll be sure to link that somewhere in here so that if you are interested in finding some new practical items for your bullet journal that really will not break the bank, that would be the perfect video for you. That feels so much better. Now that they're all nicely labeled and ready to go, I feel like I can actually mix them up, which I haven't done until now. But wasn't that beautiful? Anyways, enough of those. I love them. But thank you so much for joining me just to go through and swatch some super tips. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, feel free to like and subscribe. I would love your support here on my channel, and I hope to see you in the next video.